Hello everyone. So today we are going to complete the chapter which is chapter 12 on human resources. So in this we are going to, as I said, we looked at human resources. Now we are going to look at population. Now let us look at the remaining topics which are left. One is population growth. So population growth is change in number of inhabitants. Inhabitants means number of people living. Change in number of inhabitants living in a particular area, living in a particular country. So change in number of inhabitants in a particular place during a particular year or period of or the reference period. During a particular year. Okay, now in case of India we take 10 years. So we look at that in India or in Rajasthan or in a particular place, what was the change in population. So how many people were living there in 2011 and how many people are living there in 2021. Now population can increase or it can increase or it can decrease. So this is the population growth. Now we get to know about this growth in growth rate. So we get to know about this, whether the population has increased or decreased through the growth rate. Now the population growth rate of India is around 17%. For Pakistan it is around 25%. Now for Russia it is in -2. So which means that in Russia population is decreasing because it is -2. In India it is 17, which means +17. In Pakistan it is +24 or 25. So it indicates that the population in India and Pakistan is increasing at the rate. So it has increased by 17%. The population growth rate was 17%. Whereas in Russia it was -2%. So this is about the population growth rate. For example, in India in 2011 population was 121 crore and in 2021 population is 137 crore. So there has been increase in population. Okay. Now let us look at the reasons like why change take place, like why it is that population growth rate decreases or reduces. Now the reason for that, like why there is change in the population, will be birth rate. So few cheeses are also the reasons for population change. One is birth rate, second is death rate, third is migration. Birth rate is number of live births per 1,000 population in a year. Similarly, death rate is number of deaths per 1,000 population in a year. Whereas migration is movement of people from one place to other. Now this migration can be internal and external. Internal means when migration takes place within country. whereas external means when outside country. Okay, now you just understand. Now, birth rate means number of live births per thousand population in a particular year, which means that in a particular year how many children are born per thousand population. Okay, whereas death rate is number of deaths per thousand population. So in per thousand population, how many people died in a particular year again. And then migration means movement of people. When a person travels from one place to other, when a person lives there, we call it as migration. For example, if a person goes for higher studies from one place to other, we call it as migration. Now it is of two types, internal and external. Internal means within the country. If a person travels from Rajasthan to Gujarat or Rajasthan to Mumbai, any place, because the travel is taking place within the country, we will call it internal migration. Then is external. External means when migration takes place outside the country. If a particular person goes from India to US or India to UK or any other foreign country, we will call it as external migration. So these are the few reasons why population changes. So if birth rate is high, death rate is low, so population growth rate will be high. Also if migration is low, suppose if external migration is low, external means very less people are traveling to foreign, then population growth rate will be high. Now the change in the internal migration does not affect the population of country, but it affects the population of a state, because migration takes place from one state to other, changes take place in the population of state, but overall population of the country remains same because these states are within India. So internal means traveling within country. So this is about the reasons for change in population. Then comes population density, which I have already covered. Then comes population density, which is total population divided by total area. So population density tells us that in a particular area how many people are living. It is calculated in persons per square kilometer. So in per square kilometer how many persons are living, we call it as population density. Now Bangladesh, which is India's neighbor, has population density of around 780, whereas for India as a whole it is around 374. So this is about population density. Now let us look at the characteristic of few problems we usually tell it. One is literacy rate, urbanization, and sex ratio. Literacy rate means number of people who are educated. So for India it is around 74%. So any person who is above 7 years of age, who is able to read, write or learn or understand any language, is known as literate population. In India it is only 74%. Urbanization means number of people living in urban areas. In India urbanization is around 35%, which means that 35% of population lives in urban area. Then comes sex ratio, which tells us number of male per thousand female. In India it is around 950, which means that 950 females are available for 950 females are there against 1000 males. So but there are states in India like in south, like for 1000 males there are so against 1000 males there are 1100 females. So this so basically we get to know about equality. Like so if there are 1000 males, there should be 1000 female. So then this will be balanced. But in India, for 1000 male, there are 950 female. But in southern state, it is reversed because the females are more than male. So these are the few problems associated with population, because unbalanced, uneven sex ratio is there. Then urbanization is not proper because there are various problems associated with urbanization. And then comes literacy rate, which means how many are educated. Now, after this, two topics are left, which is National Population Policy of India and National Population Policy of Rajasthan. Now first we will cover the National Population Policy. So National Population Policy means controlling the, so this policy was brought in so that to reduce the population growth rate, okay, to control the, or you can say to control population. Now the features of National Population Policy is free education to children below 14 years of age, and we know that under Right to Education Act, RTE, free education is provided. Second is decreasing the child death rate to below 30 per thousand birth. Now I talked about the death rate, birth rate, death rate. Death rate was number of deaths per thousand population. Now in India it is more than 30, so the target was to decrease child death rate to below 30. Now the reason why birth rate is high, because child deaths are high. So the people prefer more children. Why? Because of the lack of healthcare facility, what happened? Few children die. At the end, they only have 3 to 4 children. That's why birth rate remains significantly high. So the target was to reduce death rate to below 30 per thousand population. This will lead to fall in birth rate as well as fall in death rate. Then making family planning public oriented program. Public oriented means not forcing people to adopt family planning, but creating awareness, okay, asking them, please, go for family planning. So making it public oriented rather than forcing them, we are only making it public oriented, like creating awareness. Then come vaccination of children. Vaccination of children means giving vaccine or tika to children so that they are protected against various diseases like TB, then rotavirus, or various other like measles, rubella. So to protect children from such diseases, we give them vaccination. Now vaccination also leads to decrease in child death rate. Vaccination also leads to decrease in child death rate. So these were the few features of National Population Policy. Now there is one more of National Population Policy of Rajasthan. Now almost they are same, few differences are there, you can check it there. So with this we are done with this chapter. So thank you.